Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa and today I am sharing my budget for the first paycheck in October. I am filming on my brand new iPhone 17 that Carol Ann bought me, so you'll definitely have to let me know in the comments what the quality looks like on your side. Okay, I have gone ahead and laid out my budget in my Archer and Olive dot grid notebook. I just drew some lines and used a highlighter. And just to save a little bit of time, I've gone through my calendar for the month of October. I checked my bills and made sure that I had the dates right, and I can tell right off the bat that my HP ink is not on my list. I'm gonna have to add that here in a minute. But I made sure that I knew when Canva was due and how much it was. My car insurance I had down here on the 26th. It's actually due on the 19th. So this is what I checked first, and then right here, I'm gonna have to add HP ink. Hopefully it's not shaking too bad for you. So let me write HP ink. Definitely don't want to forget anything because that'll just throw me off. Okay, so what I have done is gone ahead and sectioned out my budget the way that it gets deposited. So I've got money that goes into my personal checking account. Then I have money that goes into savings, and then I have money that goes into the joint account. And so I've just started with the checking instead of ending with checking because when I flip this around, it would confuse me every time. So hopefully this budget will be a little less painful to watch. Okay. So rollover, it is currently the 8th. I checked my checking account and I have a whopping 57 cents. I do get paid from my full-time job on October the 10th. And my total income is $1882.71. I am going to clean my mom's house on the 10th, so I may get some extra money, but since that hasn't happened yet, I am going to put 0 for the purposes of doing the budget. And miscellaneous income, I'm not expecting anything. My YouTube income I account for in our joint budget. Okay, so the total is $1882.71, so $1883.28. Now coming down here to my fixed expenses, the first is checking. So my checking account is going to receive, I'm going to put plus $500, okay? Now from that $500, I have to make it work with all of these expenses here. So everything that comes out of my personal account gets paid with that $500. So if I have a month where I have a lot of expenses, then my variable expenses, I just have to change my amounts to make it work, to make sure that it fits within that 500 budget. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I am going to retire in about 11 years, which sounds like a really far off, like so far away, but I plan on living off of Social Security and taking out as little from my retirement as possible. And in order to accomplish that, my expenses need to be within that $500 every 2 weeks, or my retirement plan is not going to work. So that is the reason for doing it this way. All right, HP Instant Ink is my first expense, so I'm gonna put minus, and it should be around $8. Canva is 15, even. My gym membership comes out every other Friday, and I'm gonna just do a whole number of $29. My AAA car insurance is around 93. So now I want to see how much money I have left over for my variable expenses. These expenses I have a little bit of wiggle room here. So let's take 500 minus 8 minus 15 minus 29 minus 93 gives me $355 to work with. I know with grocery prices the way that they are, I am not willing to sacrifice on groceries, and I'm going to keep that at 200. And then I have fur babies, gas, and spending, and it looks like I'm going to have enough money to do $40 each in each one of those categories. So that's $120, and that leaves me $35. So what I'll do is put 20 of that in my sinking funds and then roll over 15. And that will be the 500. So now I have to figure out down here how much I'm saving and how much I'm going to contribute to the joint checking account. So if we take my total income, this is not correct, 1883, not 11, that would be really sad. 1883.28 minus 500. So that leaves me 1383.28 to budget. So the next section that I have here is savings. The first is Roth IRA. So once I retire, I'm not going to be contributing to the Roth IRA anymore. So that's why it's down here. And that is going to get $300. And then joint savings always gets $100 every time I get paid. So let's subtract 400 for those items. So that means that in our joint checking account, I'm going to deposit $983.28. Now, in our joint checking account, my contribution every other week, every time I get paid in the checking account, not including the savings, is $750. So that means that when I get paid on Friday, of this $983.28, $233.28 is guaranteed to go towards an additional principal payment on our home. So let me go ahead and just put a note in here so I don't forget. So $233.28. And I'll make that payment as soon as I get paid on Friday. So what's going to happen with the $750 that I'm depositing, our electric bill is due. And I think our HVAC comes out the week after I get paid. And then we won't have any other expenses until after, well, the 1st of November. And so then we'll look at our checking account. We'll see how much money we have left in there and see if we want to how much we want to keep as a buffer, how much we want to allocate to extra debt payment. Maybe some of this is going to go towards that. Do we need to get anything for the house? And then, do we want to contribute any extra to our joint savings? So we'll talk to my daughter about that before I make any decisions, but that is kind of how things are shaken out so far this month. Let me know in the comments what you think about my budget and this layout, and let me know if this makes a little bit more sense than what I was trying to do before. It definitely is easier for my brain to process what this is going to be down here for the joint accounts and my Roth IRA. So thank you to the person that suggested it. I don't know who it was, but one of you did, and this seems to be a little clearer. Okay, that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel, and I hope you have a great day or night wherever you're at. Bye.